And welcome back to another edition of the John Wayne Surge Protector Podcast, a 60/40 production. I'm Eric Halsey.
I am still Alex Midway, and let's jump on in. It's Tesla ticker time, and we got some good news to start it off. Last Tuesday, it was a whopping 254, and some of you have been doing your God-given duty, flipping these things off, and it's 227 a day. And that price is dropping like a Blue Origin capsule full of DEI higher women. Yeah. So God bless the rich for connecting to us poors for everyday activities like, going to space and releasing your album track list. And then when another one was interviewed and have you been to space? No. We've been trying to budget what we're going to do and whether we have money for eggs or if we want to fill up our truck to go to work. Different things.
No, which brings up a good point. You know who actually said that?
Who?
Her name's Gail, and she's famous for being Oprah's best friend. So really bootstrapped, worked her way up to the top.
Just came from nothing. Just keep checking underneath your seats, people. You'll be good.
Love it. But as part of your Tesla ticker, did see an interesting story pop up today that evidently Cybertrucks have now stopped being made for the time being because there's too much stock.
Did you see the other one, the class action lawsuit?
You mean the one that's about to go away once Consumer Affairs is all the way dead?
I mean, why would you want to do any kind of consumer protections? I mean, when someone's rolling up the odometer on your Cybertruck or any kind of car, that's helping you forward. That's getting you to your oil change faster, getting you to change your tires and invest in the economy. So be a good American.
I hate him so much. Everything about him.
Thanks. Well, now that we're done with that, let's move on to Ukraine. Now let's see what's been new there. So the U.S. We went from I'll have this thing solved in 24 hours to, well, no one can solve it in 12 hours to going where Marco Rubio says U.S. might be moving on from trying to seek peace in Ukraine. So it's a logical progression from telling everyone on the campaign trail, I'll have this thing ended. It's so simple. It's so easy. I don't know, man. Maybe I can't. Yeah, we're just going to walk this thing back.
Four simple words for you, buddy. Promises made, promises kept.
Hey, it's not our problem, right?
I'm dying. When this eventually explodes, I'm very interested to see how many of these people just become billionaires who try and sneak away from public light, and how many weren't in on the scam and are eventually on Dancing with the Stars. Looking at you, City Miles.
That's saying if this thing ever ends. This train might never stop.
Oh, this train is heading into the side of a mountain, buddy.
We're still on it. So, on the bright news, out of nowhere, after Marco Rubio says, yeah, there might not be peace here, Putin came out and said, no, that's cool. We pause war now. So, surprise, surprise. When you come out and you try to stop a war where there's conflict on multiple fronts with, very little notice, and everything that you've done to this point has been I don't want to stop. And then you're like, okay, we stop. Stop firing. Surprise. People they kept shooting each other. It's the dumbest thing on the planet.
Yeah, you can't trust them. You can't trust these people. We're supposed to take you at your words. Got it.
Yeah. Is that a red light, green light of war?
No. It's not like Israel where you can trust, that they're going to do the right thing.
That's a good place. Speaking of people doing the right thing, Pete Hegseth is back in the news again. Apparently, not only was he on the chat doing emojis while we're bombing people, and giving out war plans to somebody who's doesn't have any sort of a clearance because he's not in government. But Pete Hegseth apparently had a private chat on Signal, also with his wife, brother, and lawyer, who, let me go ahead and break this one down for you, are also not in the effing government. And down there he's talking.
I'm gonna call it now. Just a prediction. Hegseth, first one on my Dancing with the Stars list.
I'm gonna call it now. Shows up drunk. Just scandal from groping his partner.
Well, hold on. We have a listener calling from the rafters. But her emails.
That woman laughs funny. I don't want to vote for her.
I want to go with the do as I say, not as I do party.
Yeah. So, this one past weekend was also Easter weekend, and the Pope ended up meeting with JD Vance and proceeded to die shortly afterwards. I don't believe in coincidences. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the good Christian woman that she is, tweeted just shortly after that today there were major shifts in global leadership. Evil is being defeated by the hand of God. So the Pope was a Satanist.
So, interesting thing about this particular Pope, he's commented numerous times about how Jesus welcomed strangers into his land and how you should, you take them in as if they're your brothers. So, unfortunately, when it comes to Marge, you can never tell if she's got like something cryptic in the works or if she's just, on another bender. But it certainly reads like she's saying, thank God this Pope's dead and his evil reigns over.
Like, this Pope was like salt of the earth. Like, he's gonna go wash like feet of lepers, like the Jesus thing, versus like the Joel Osteen megachurch. And last night I dreamt of getting another plane, and God wanted me to have another plane. Like, he's a common guy. Like, he did the whole Christian thing, which doesn't mean you hate your neighbor. You love thy neighbor.
And even though it's not on our run sheet, every time you mention Joel Osteen, I have to keep it going out there and remind everybody that during the Houston floods that killed tons and tons of people, he refused to let anybody into his church for sanctuary because they just got new carpeting.
Yeah. I'm sorry, when it's flooding, you get mud. Do you want mud on your brand new floors? Is that how you respect God's house? With a bunch of Porsche trampling on your carpet? No.
Maybe he was doing the Lord's work by sending him a couple hundred more angels.
Was he at least like tossing out little life jackets to him, like, best of luck?
No. Why would he?
Oh, yeah.
That would be the Christian thing to do.
That's jet fuel dollars, baby. So, just a reminder that if you're working overtime to tell people how much of a Christian you are, by, I don't know, maybe wearing your cross and just be like, I'm Christian, you're probably an a-hole. And that's going to be the theme of this show today. Talking about Christian a-holes.
Yes, a subject near and dear to my heart. So many of you celebrated Easter this past weekend, and great, good for you. I personally chose to celebrate WrestleMania weekend the way a real Christian should. So, but in honor of Easter, for those Bible thumpers out there, all four of you listening, I'm going to shed some light onto a new subject, and that's Paula White. Now, do you know who Paula White is?
Isn't she the newly appointed White House evangelical pastor or something to, get rid of the evil Joe Biden's spirits in the White House?
She is the head honcho over at the brand newly created White House Faith Office.
Creating jobs, baby. That's what the president does.
So I Googled this lady, and for whatever reason, all evangelicals have to have, women especially, have to have like severe eye makeup and like, it's something funny looking. She kind of looks like a drowned raccoon.
It
So,
fits perfectly with MAGA. I mean, most of them have lipo and everything else, and their lips all puffed out.
so I dug into this squinty voice of the Lord, and turns out she is an evangelical scammer. Sorry,
Yeah,
uh, worth roughly about $5 million. Keeping in
just
line with that whole Jesus Christ living a simple life and modest existence thing he had going, right? Not is she the worst? No, but 5 million's a lot to bring in on the word of the Lord and modest living.
yeah,
Um,
that's 5 million declared. So
yes, yes. Um, so this follower of Christ rose to fame in our favorite state of Florida.
big ups.
Take this awkward pause as us trying to hold our laughter for that garbage state, where she scammed her way into the hearts of the most gullible people on earth. Editor's note: we hate anybody preying on children, and not just us. I mean, everybody. That's why we hate pedophiles so much. What they're doing is terrible, but it's the fact that they're preying on like the defenseless, you know?
Hmm.
Which made me think about these evangelicals and why I hate them so much. It's pretty much the same thing, you know? Lambs to the slaughter to keep with my holy day thing, if that's kosher. I'm on fire here. So why are we letting these evangelical predators prey on these smooth-brained, gullible people just looking for something to believe in? Um, it's pretty terrible, but you know, works with this administration, so we made an office for him. Nowhere in all of my Google searching can I find a government salary for this woman.
She works on tips.
Evidently, that's what
Yeah.
I'm going off of here, or it's one of, and you know, very very precise bookkeeping with this administration. So
Just find them on Signal. They'll tell you exactly how much it is on there. That's where records are held.
doing my deep dive into this lady, I came across this. I essentially they're just infomercials, you know, that they call prayer, I guess. So she goes on and on and on about how for the low cost of $1,000. Okay. Lots of churches have candles where they ask for a $1 donation for you to light a candle to say a prayer, which I thought was a scam when I was a kid going to church. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's pretty ballsy, man. So for $1,000, she promises God will assign you an angel just for you.
Personal angel, that's not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
And there's
Uh,
6 other things too.
get this for our 2A crowd that listens in here. You don't
Uh-huh.
need that gun because part of this $1,000 blessing, God will be an enemy to your enemies.
Huh.
Yeah. You, which kind of sounds like you're paying God to fight your enemies.
Random question.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a big Christian man, but I've heard of something called the Lord's Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes very similar to, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive them that trespass against us. And it ends in, for if you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Are we throwing that one out the window?
See, you're not as versed in this scam as I am. How much did you pay for that prayer?
Well, no, I'm just, I'm out here washing hands of poor people and, donating my money and time to be less privileged and taking care of them.
Okay, well, for socialists like you that don't want to pay for their prayers, you get the bottom tier, right? You're on bronze level. We're going platinum here, the $1,000 prayer, where God will make everyone you don't like his enemy.
I'll be in El Salvador if you need me.
In addition, God will give you prosperity.
Excellent.
That's it. That's it. No specifications. He will take sickness away from you,
Okay.
give you long life.
So that porn star I've been cheating on my wife with, and now I have a little bit of a burn when it pees. Like, this also works for that?
Yep, you don't need to go to one of those hoax doctors with their fake medical diplomas. No, we're just going to pray this one away.
Thank God.
And last but not least, give you a special year of blessing.
Ooh.
So according to their words here, this $1,000 prayer is good for 1 year.
Does this work on kids? Like, if you don't want your kid to get shot in a school, can you assign them an angel? Because there's not going to be a law to protect them.
See, that kind of depends. This is all left very vague, so you can interpret this. It's sort of like prayers are kind of like fortune cookies.
Ooh,
right?
$1,000 fortune cookies
without the delicious cookie part. So you get your little slip of paper out there, and it says, good things coming. That could mean legitimately anything. If you find a quarter on the ground, maybe that's what they meant. It doesn't necessarily mean your kid's going to dodge that bullet. At school, it could mean anything.
Yeah.
It's up to you to find the goodness.
Yeah.
You need to work for this $1,000 blessing. God,
I feel like if it's drop $1,000, like it should be turnkey.
I mean, honestly, $1,000 seems cheap for this, but there's more. In addition to these wonderful blessings that you really can't put a price on, even though they did, she's also going to throw in a 10-inch Waterford crystal cross. And you're wondering, what does that look like? It's the ugly thing you find at grandma's house that you don't even bother putting on the estate sale. You just donate it to Goodwill.
You think we're just yoking these up from immigrant houses like little abuela crosses? Like, we're going to resell these things. We don't need them anymore. So right now we have a little bit of
That's a niche.
And kind of dropped out on the feed, so if this doesn't seem very coherent, it's because it was edited. But going back to our regular programming, Eric, what if I'm poor and can barely afford good internet, and I just don't have $1,000 to invest in my well-being? Are there other packages?
Well, yes. Being one of those people with terrible internet right now, I also cannot afford $1,000 for a beautiful Waterford cross and all these awesome blessings where God becomes my bulldozer. But for $125, they're offering donors an olive wood communion set from the Holy Land, including unleavened bread and grape juice from the Holy Land.
So I get some Welch's and a piece of sourdough for $125?
Yes, but they've been blessed, so they're pretty much priceless.
Were they blessed?
Maybe you're the scam artist?
Can I beat my enemies with a loaf of bread and throw grape juice in their eye while they drive?
You can use that bread and grape juice to just slowly nibble on it to sustain yourself, and then instead of buying groceries you can't afford, save that money to work your way up to that $1,000 prayer.
Can I at least ferment the grape juice into wine?
She's from Florida, so I'm assuming so.
Comes pre-fermented, just Manischewitz.
We'll turn this can of Monster.
Got some wasp in it.
We'll put wasp in it. So, as you may have been able to tell by my tone, I'm not a huge fan of these people. But to be fair, because we're trying to be unbiased as possible, I hopped on over to Bible.com to check out this prayer. So when she's listing through these awesome prayers for $1,000, she mentions a certain passage in the Bible. So I looked it up. And in Exodus 24, I believe, 23. I don't know, one of those. If you're listening to this podcast, you're definitely not looking it up. But
Exodus
it's
20.
one of those. So 23. So look at Exodus 23, and it's broken up into 4 different parts: laws of justice and mercy, Sabbath laws, 3 annual festivals, and God's angel to prepare the way. So all this good stuff's from God's angel to prepare the way, because why would we care about laws of justice and mercy right now? So she's paraphrasing this section of Exodus. But before we put the cart in front of the horse, I'd like to jump back to the beginning of Exodus 23. And do me a favor now. I'm gonna channel my inner Paula here. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to listen to my words and just picture the Lord. Okay? You shall not circulate a false report, like an election. Do not put your hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. You shall not follow a crowd to do evil, nor shall you testify in dispute, so as to turn aside many to pervert justice. Eugene Carroll. You shall not show partiality to a poor man in his dispute. Now, they got that one pretty good. If you meet your enemy's ox or his donkey going astray, you shall surely bring him back to him again. If you see the donkey of one who hates you lying under its burden, you would refrain from helping it, you shall surely help him with it. You shall not pervert the judgment of your poor in his disputes. Keep yourself far from a false matter. Do not kill the innocent and righteous, for I will not justify the wicked. You shall take no bribe, for a bribe blinds from the discerning and perverts the words of the righteous. And you shall not oppress a stranger, for you know the heart of a stranger, because you were strangers in the land of Egypt. You can open your eyes again. So to sum it up, lying and bribes are bad, but oppressing strangers is also bad. So basically, they're following the word of the Lord. Brutal.
And they're not saying how to bring back the ox, if it's in one piece or not.
I'm not so much worried about the ox here as the bribery and the, oppressing and strangers in a strange land. So under this administration, Trump would exile Jesus coming back from the dead to a Salvadorian prison after labeling him a terrorist. But, hey, it's just one more reason I believe religion is a scam.
Well, did he enter this country legally is the question.
Well, we'll find out once he's in El Salvador.
They are still not bringing that guy back.
No. So
did you see what's it called? Like Van Hollen went down there. He had a conversation with the guy. And then they, apparently I heard the whole thing about it. Did you hear the whole Margarita Gate?
No.
So the Salvadorian president came out and said, they're out there living their best life, and they're sipping margaritas together. And Van Hollen was asked about these. Like, listen, when I got down there, we sat down at the table, we had coffee and tea. And then this one dude shows up, and he drops off these 2 cups. And the cups have a little salt or sugar on the rim, and they put them next to each other. And what's it called? The guy who got deported next to him, like his has a little bit less in it, so it looks like he drank his. So then they took a picture afterwards, like, they're out there just sipping margaritas. And Van Hollen's like, listen, man. He's like, we didn't try any of that crazy drink that they dropped off. And he brought up a very valid point. If you take a look at that picture that's been circulating, and the fact that, like, they made it seem like they were drinking them, if you drink from a cup, do you just kind of, like, avoid touching it with your lips? Or do you actually touch the rim?
I go ahead and touch the rim.
Yeah, because none of the salt or sugar is missing anywhere around any of the rims. So that stuff wasn't touched at any time, so take a look at that. And I mean, next time El Salvador, if you're going to be doing propaganda scams, do them better.
Yeah, yeah. Go take some cues from Russia.
It's like the same thing with like Nazi Germany. The only thing that stopped us all from speaking German is because Hitler kept interjecting. He's like, no, we're going to go fight here. And his general's like, no, man, let's not do that. I'm just glad with all these corrupt people, there's still some idiots in the bunch, and everyone's making the decisions. And as long as they're at the helm, we should be all right.
And it's that whole Elon God complex thing. You're like, no, they'll believe it.
Yeah.
So, to tie a bow on our girl Paula, here's a couple quick excerpts I've found from her. Start quotation. To say no to President Trump would be saying no to God.
Seems about legit.
Yep. Here's another one. We are in a spiritual war right now.
Trannies.
And, the whole purpose of religion is be as vague as possible so people can read into whatever it is. But she decided, against every other religious person who went vague, she decided to get real specific on this one. All right, now imagine her eyes closed, head down, hand up. Pray with me, y'all. Let every demonic network that has aligned itself against the purpose, against the calling of President Trump, let it be broken, let it be torn down in the name of Jesus. End quote.
This type of rhetoric is what brought the one guy with an AR in a Comet Pizza in D.C. Like, the fact that there's demonic networks everywhere, like, this is dumb.
If you have the power to get anybody to give you $1,000 based on just theoretical blessing, you can get that person to commit violence.
I mean, the church has been doing this for decades.
Well, maybe,
or millennia.
Maybe that's the my enemies will be your enemies part of that prayer. I don't know. Here's another one. Wherever I go, God rules. When I walk on White House grounds, God walks on White House grounds. I had every right and authority to declare the White House as holy grounds because I was standing there, and where I stand is holy.
I'm sorry.
I don't think she's rich enough to have that level of arrogance, but you know what? If you're going to sniff your own fart, I say just go with the full cup and whiff.
Isn't God omnipresent? Like, isn't he already on the White House grounds and at Gaza at the same time? Like, you don't need this 60-year-old broad trying to look like she's 45 to make something a holy site. Like, the audacity of someone like, this is only holy because I'm here. Like, if God's everywhere, go F yourself. Like, anywhere can be a holy place. We don't need your little... Oh, God, I wish we were explicit. We don't need this woman to stand on it to bless the site.
Well, she's an instrument of God, though. So you're wrong in any type of denying her is denying him.
Well, I'm wrong regardless. I mean, we've already gotten to that point.
So to sum up all this religion that I know you guys turned in for, it's clearly drag brunches that are ruining this country.
Yeah.
I hate this place.
Drag brunches and DEI hires.
That's where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
So that's all my brain can handle for religion today. So I hope you all enjoyed your WrestleMania weekend, because it was clearly the better choice.
If you're tired of religion, let's just say that a progressive White House, one more thing before we get out of here. The progressive White House, as much as they want to bring religion back to schools, they also want to bring corporations to religion. Because, I don't know if a lot of you have heard, while you're out there checking your couch cushions for nickels to buy eggs, the White House used 30,000 real eggs in the middle of a shortage for their egg roll. Like, man, that is a lot of money. But they also brought in sponsors. to the White House. Let's take a look at where was this at? It's eggs were donated by American farmers. CNN first reported, fake news, I get it, but let's continue on. Last month, it obtained a document soliciting corporate sponsorships for the annual Easter egg roll, ranging from 75 grand, so about 75 blessings, to 200,000 with logo and branding opportunities in return. You could literally get your name on a White House lawn. Like, that's insane.
Well, back in the 70s, Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farm before taking office because he never wanted a conflict of interest. But I guess this is a different way we could go.
This is the opposite direction of it. It's, in case you guys were paying attention, apparently there was a reading nook by Amazon, a bunny hop stage by YouTube, and an AI-powered experience and a photo opportunity by Meta. I'm guessing the AI-powered experience was you actually being able to afford eggs.
We are literally less than 1 year away from State of the Union, brought to you by Mountain Dew Code Red.
You know what? We're not away. Like, we're still not at 100 days. We're still under 100 days of this presidency, and there's so many more to go.
This is if you let a 9-year-old run things.
I think you're over-exaggerating by 9. This is a 7-year-old with a knife.
Yeah, I guess if it was 9, it'd still be in Florida, trapped in Matt Gaetz' house. Allegedly.
They'll let that talent walk until they get old.
The younger they are, the less chances they have Venmo.
Yeah. So, hope you liked that rambling today on religion. And remember, tell your friends about how good we are.
Just remember, evangelicals are all a scam.
Yeah, but send us $60. We'll send you an angel in the discount.
If you send us $10, I will take 10 minutes to give you a real blessing on our next podcast.
$5, I'll give you a shout out. I'll undercut anything you do.
$5 extra, and I'll do it in a southern accent.
I'm Alex Midway, and I'm poor.
I'm Eric Halsey, and I'm sick to death.
That's true.
Later, Gators.